Right, it's been a while. So welcome back to the Let's Play of Sunless Sea. Again, sorry about last week. I was out. I was off. Where was I on Saturday? Oh right. I was visiting my parents because they live between me and where I went on a training course. So I popped back up to see them, and then went back to where I live on Sunday, and it was about an 8-hour journey, and blah 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 blah. So anyway, I'm back, and you'll have to bear with me for a moment when I get started because I don't remember what I was doing. I remember I'd just given the drowned king. I keep forgetting this guy's name. Fallow King? Yeah, the guy that I need to do fetch quest for, I just handed him. I think I'd done the sunlight one and the right, the Famine King's Hold. Okay. Right. Oh, right, it must have... Because yeah, got it. Okay. So, I'm going to clear out my hold of Scintillax because it will get me lots of money. Then I'm going to buy a bit more stuff. Bye. So I think plans for today are I meant to press M. So we've got Godfall over here. I think I can hand something in for the quest in Vanderblight. So I'll go up to Vanderblight, then drop that off. We're done with Port Cecil, I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to check, what did I give it? That's, again... Stupid horn. Okay, we want journal, and we want, not memoirs, Pirates Tattoo. We want ambition. So, let's see, your father's bones. Okay, Legend's Heart, Miracle of Science, a Willing Guest, an Elder's End, and Fruit of the Eternal Tree. I know how to get all of those except for Fruit of the Eternal Tree. So I think it might be Hesperia and Apple, but oh, wait, I bet I can use the... Okay, so we will be going to the Utterroom. I will also be going backwards because I just realised my ship is dangerously undercrewed. Dock. Right. London. New recruit. I just want an extra crew member. Go around London. Hire one more crew. There we are. That's more like it. So yeah, so today what we're going to do, we are going to go and get a load of BLEMMIGANS from the Untershroom. And then we are going to put them everywhere. Because, why not? Why not indeed? So essentially, the Untershroom wants you to spread lemmings places. Those are lemmings. So essentially, if you spread enough of them, you'll be given a seed of the Untershroom, which counts as this seed of the Undying Tree. So, sounds pretty good. Your storyline is creepy. Um, your storyline is really, really difficult, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. I don't have a cook at the moment. Your storyline is done, and you are a DLC character. Okay. Here we are. Vanderblight. Go listen to the kind of creepy background music here. I like it. Right. So yeah, up we come. Yeah, so let's recruit the bandit. So this is the small restaurant with Vengeance and Jonah. It is a cramped little place, but much better lit than most places in tomb colonies. The sense of dishes are multitudinous and extraordinary. Are they good? They might be. They might be good. It's difficult to tell. Right, I'm going to recruit them. Ah, my captain, the things we will catch, that we will consume, that we will experience. We will discover the seventh sensation, you and I. The taste that one tastes with the heart. You there, sailor, careful with the brazen almanac. It's worth more than your wretched soul. Oh man, that's an awkward way of coming in. Right, we want to visit the first creator. First creator responsible for preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonists. But even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is close. No more night, the steward cautions you. The creator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door and you step into near darkness. A pair of luminous light lantern bees buzz in a lattice ivory tube. There is no other source of light. A bandaged shape no larger than a child lies crumpled on a couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish your voice from the soft buzzing of the bees. Give it your apocyan chest piece. So this is a item that you get for completing report settle thing. So it will get you apocyan, the kind of the colour. However, you can also do it with blue scintillax, except the blue scintillax is a lot more valuable than the chest piece. So I'd always go with the chest piece, because the other option is to hand it away to someone for 500 echoes at Port Cecil, which isn't really as worth it as what you get here. So I have one captivating treasure. This is worth 1,000 echoes. The creator cups its hand over a soft, glowing chest piece. Its face, you now see, is masked with copper. Its fingers wither in the light. A curl of smoke rises, but it only clutches the chest piece tighter. The sea, it whispers. I smell the sea. You smell scorched dust, but here's your payment in rubies of antique cut. The creator seems happy. So, what I might do when I go back to London is make a will, because then I can pass down some money to the next character. I don't have anything else to give it. While we're up here, actually, let's go hunt some lifebergs. Not icebergs. Different thing. Very different. Come here, little lightberg. I know you're around here somewhere. So usually there's one south of Censor's Arch. I hope it's not hiding underneath Censor's Arch, because that'd be annoying. Doesn't look like it. It's almost like this game has slightly different respawn points. I'm in quite a cheery mood today. I'm not really sure why. I haven't really done anything exciting. I've done this, cleaned my flat a bit, and I bought a new duvet. I think the old one was picking up, had loads of dust and stuff in it. It was getting kind of sad, and I think it might have been triggering some allergies or something, because my eyes have been stinging. Like, I've been waking up with my eyes being really tired recently. I, of course, as I said that, I start to yawn. But, you know. They appear to have disappeared. How very odd. I kind of reached a stage where I'm not bothering with reports that much. Because they do add a bit onto it, but like, not a huge amount. Eyes on deck, refuse to look. Oh, hi, bats. Oh, using blue syntax doesn't consume it. I had completely forgotten that. That is really helpful. Okay. So, blue syntax instantly charges your weapons. Has a recharge time itself, but for example, boop. And now, because that crab really deserved that much firepower. What do you get? Let's dissect it for knowledge. I got some fragments. Hooray! Anyway, so before I head off to Mushroom, I need to get a load of prisoner's honey from London. Essentially, you trade that for BLEMMIGANS, then you go around and put BLEMMIGAN places. Don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole and try and put BLEMMIGAN in King Eater's castle.
Earthly
no
way, you would be able
to go to King Eater's castle. It's terrible.
remember who sang it otherwise.
Sorry, I think I just kind of made a YouTube video play a couple of times by accident. In case you want to know what the sound was. It was Todd in the Shadows. I like Todd. He's also just left Channel Awesome, so long with Linkara.
He sucked at apology for what you say. Derulo also proved he sucked at pickup line. Within my head. In my line of work as a bad song reviewer, I've come across dozens, maybe hundreds, of bad pickup lines. In my head. In my line of work as a bad song reviewer, I've come across dozens, maybe hundreds.
Okay, I'm a bit confused as to why OBS is actually picking up that. Okay, I'm a bit confused as to why OBS is actually picking up that. Okay, I'm a bit confused as to why. and it's recording the sound, that sound as well. So, an inspection by Ministry of Public Decency. Nothing to hide. I don't care. Go away, please. Right, collect message from the harbour master. Lodging. Spend time with family. Just enjoy some time together. Lodgings. Visit my study. So you can make a bunch of items here that will improve your stats, which is kind of useful. But for now, I want to make a will. The lawyer appears at you like a vulture composed of crocodiles. Come now, she creaks. There's a few years in you yet, but your caution does you credit. Sign here. No, ink is fine. It's in the brass embassy. The court of chancery has a roaring lion walk about it seeking who it might discover. Ensure it doesn't get its lion tentacles on your property or on your gun. Right, so then I'm going to use my captivated treasure to make a heirloom that can be sold for money when I start again. Okay. Back to the rest of the city. I want to go to the Dark Spectacled Admiral. See, no, I don't. I want to go to the shops. Okay, hold. Right, think about it. If you hold shift, you can sell 10 times. So I'll sell 10 more syntax for 100. That'll free up quite a bit of cargo space. Okay, so for now, I want to buy a load of business honey. Okay. Yep. Remember, kids, stock up on drugs. I'm gonna see if I can get, I might see if I can get the... Anyway, I'll work that out another time. How to get the streaming software to not capture the rest of the desktop. When I'm not streaming, I do usually play Sunless Sea with like other videos in the background. I like being able to listen to other stuff while listening to it, while playing it. Because it's not really a game with that many audio cues. Oh well. Alright, let's keep going. Where am I going? I am going to Viatushum. So I think I'll try and cut across this big patch of black here. And then down. Still got all of this area to explore. Anyway. Let's clear out that bit of fog, kind of here first, and then do a nice thorough job of it. So I'm also discovering when I'm doing this today that I'm really distractible. So if I seem to be kind of all over the place in the stream, that's kind of because I am. Let's see, what can I talk about? I haven't really been thinking about much other than work recently, to be honest. Obviously I've been following what's going on in America with the youth marches, which I think is really impressive. I do think so. It is, in some way, there is kind of a cultural clash because, you know, I'm from the UK, where like I don't remember when guns, like handguns and stuff, weren't banned. So a lot of this is really surreal. Like it feels surreal, particularly the bits where people are defending it as like a vital freedom, because it's like, okay, I mean, I guess we have wiped out pretty much all of our native dangerous animals, which I guess does help, but yeah. Anyway, so that was the political bit, which kind of dates this episode a bit. And I don't know how that's gonna go. Part of me is just like, it's not gonna have a big effect the same way. You know, it's just not gonna have that much of effect. Right, so let's rip it apart. What's in its gut? Ah, more supplies. That's very nice. I should try and read out all the things. I think so. That was a tormented. That was a bound shark, and I'm pretty sure I've taken out one of those on stream, so you can have a look at one of the earlier episodes if you want to see what it says. Basically, it's a shark with lots of metal bits shoved into it, and some very weird experiments done to it. Yeah, it was not nice. This is Crab Cake Island. You can't do anything there, it's just called Crab Cake. I can't remember if there's anything that, like, happens in there. Oh, jellyfleur. So this is a giant jellyfish. And unlike a lot of jellyfish in fiction, which fight with either, like poison or electric attacks, things inspired by Japanese creations often do electric attacks. Anyway, you see this kind of weird face in it here. The jellyfleur. Is it a young jellyfish, a lesser subspecies? Do the dreams of jellyfish become real? In any case, now it's a sad slick of goo dissolving into the sea. So I can either scoop it up, perhaps you can eat it, better yet, perhaps your sailors can. Or let it disperse, watch its oil rainbow colours fade. I'm gonna do this one. A face? From above, the jellyfleur's cap does look a little like a woman's face. She dissolves like smeared paint. 1Z story. So this is Pigmote Island. I know I've found Pigmote Island before, and as before, I've got to kind of say, I will do, when I feel ready to do Pigmote Island, I will do it as its own kind of thing, because that's an island. But yeah. here we have Visage again. So this is the island that looks like a face. We ran into it quite early on, actually. I think it was like in the first couple of episodes. Or sessions. I don't know what to call these. Episodes, sessions. Oh, it's for Pirate Poet. So, obviously, by Furiosa isn't around here to say wife. I'm not going to, but I want you to know that she would have if she was here. I know, she might be here. I haven't checked the chat. Nope, just electrical skateboard. Investigate wreckage. Rescue Pirate Poet. Done this before. Only giving me 100 echoes. There. Ooh, I have soup. Soup, glorious soup. So that's for Reef of Roses. Under there is a mad scientist cigar shop owner. Yeah, underwater. It's a very odd place. I nearly said let us not go there, it's a silly place, but I'm trying to cut down on steering, Matilda, steering, learn how to steer. I'm trying to cut down on reference-based humor in my streams outside of like internal references, because I'm starting to find it kind of lazy, and it's definitely something I can fall into a lot. Oh, that's something I can talk about. So, one of the things I've always been fascinated with is comedy and how it like actually works. You know, why do we find things funny? And this also means I find comedians quite interesting and in some ways very frustrating. And there's what I call the failure mode of comedians. And Ricky Gervais recently is a very good example of this, where essentially there are two modes that comedians keep falling into when they get called out. Like, you know, say, oh, one of them was kind of a bit of shit or something, and they get called out for it. So there's one which is how dare you criticize me, this is censorship, and my free speech is the most important thing in the world. And then there's one which is like, why are you criticizing me? I mean nothing. You could replace me with like a white noise generator. And it would just... you'd have exactly the same amount of extra meaning. So... like... I think Gervais seems to have gone for the second route. I mean, the first route even. But I know, so I find quite often, like, the idea of boundary pushing comedy for the sake of pushing boundaries often runs into the issue that you, like, when you start to look at comedy as kind of an analytical thing, and I don't see any reason why we can't, it gets kind of like, the question becomes, why are you pushing these boundaries and not others? So like Gervais, in his case, it's just like, why are you making transphobic jokes instead of, you know, anti-Nazi jokes or anything like that? And I think for a lot of comedians, it just comes down to, like, I wouldn't call Gervais a racist or anything like that, because that would imply he's put enough thought into it to be what he would think of as racist. Let's slice open this curious sack. Z-eggs. Call them Z-eggs. Bosun suggests. I don't know what a bosun is. We don't want to tell the crew what they actually are. They're safe to eat, but you know. Hey! Anyway, I think quite often, like, a lot of comedians are really just looking for that kind of affirmation, you know, kind of that people like them. And so it's less to do with, like, any particular conscious insight or something. It's just literally going with the who will congratulate me on Twitter, which I think is sad, you know. But I think there is a stand-up comedy has a kind of view of itself as being very boundary pushing, whereas actually I think quite often it's reaffirming the views of the bit of the audience that makes themselves known loudest to the comedian. I mean, there are exceptions, so like Michael McIntyre. Michael McIntyre is one not because of that, but because I don't think I can imagine Michael McIntyre getting into this kind of situation, just because that would require him to do so much more. Oh, I'm getting plummeled by that War Tribune. Oh well, I'm back. Trimaran, like the catamaran. Right. You want more? Yeah, you return again. You want more Blemmigan? We have more Blemmigan. Many Blemmigan. Always more Blemmigan. Right. Let's do this. No, I don't want to throw food overboard. Plop. Right, let's get a... Oh, did I get more Blemmigan? All for Blemmigan. Let's visit the village. Oh, I've got memory deficiencies. That's nice. Right. Sorry, I was just looking up the best places to go to drop off. I really need to look where I'm going. This is just kind of embarrassing. I'm not sure if this is going up. Like, no one's... Like, barely anyone's on the stream. So, like... is it going up on YouTube? I don't know. Probably should. Alright, so this is the prison wisdom. Yeah, I don't need to be here kind of, to be honest. Just because that would require me to... that would require me to do, some very, very high-level tests, which I don't have the stats for. If I was doing... So you need to come here to do the Tireless Mechanic storyline. There's a prisoner in there you need to use to make his engine. But it's not a place that I would go to without a reason to. Right. Go back in reverse. Boop. 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 Use its meat. Yeah. It's unusual for me to... Because I usually buy so much more fuel than supplies, so it feels weird to be kind of having to deal... Like having 6 fuel and 17 supplies is kind of weird. Anyway. Oh god, I thought it was just monologuing, and there's someone in the chat. Hi, Boosh. Yeah, I know not to put the BLEMMIGANS on light ships. Yeah. Can I put one on... Let's try and put one on polytheum. I think polytheum might be one of the places that kills them. So let's have a look in there. Gather intelligence. What news from polytheum? The king with 100 hearts rules from his palace above the city he has never seen. He makes no treaties with other lands. But there's unrest in the air. The claim men you speak to are obedient and humble, but they speak no as those who are not remain rebellious, the unfinished. So Hood, if you put a BLEMMIGAN on one of the light ships, the crew, like none of the light ships will allow you to dock there anymore. Which is actually a real problem for this playthrough, because I need to get plenty of Z stories to talk to the king, because they're one of the best sources of Z stories as well as terror reduction. Plus a BLEMMIGAN aboard. Who knows what living furniture will make of it. The last thing, Curious Alliances, the last thing you see of your violet murder fungus, it seems to be flirting with a fanged water pump. Strange bedfellows. I'm glad I did that. Can I buy anything here? I can buy We Are Clay. Oh, that might actually be really helpful. So, We Are Clay is like free, free claymen who decrease the amount of crew you can carry, but like yeah. Right, let's buy that and put them in the auxiliary position. So that gives me a iron boost, an engine power boost, and less quarters. BLEMMIGANS seem like a deep wellspring of amusing interactions mixed with game and possibly civilization-ending shenanigans. So you can't actually drop them off in London, which is a shame, because so basically in the actual like Fallen London game, BLEMMIGANS are some of the funnest ways. Like, there's a bunch of quests. I think it's for your dangerous stat, because there's quest lines for I've already done Fathom King. I think I'm pretty near Nuncio. Actually, I'm going to head down to Khan's Shadow and get some fuel. I'm pretty sure Asteroid Save is what will kill it. So I'm going to go there, then there. I know Gator's Moor can be put there as well, and then Shepherd Isles. Cool. So yeah, so in the Fallen London game itself, all of the quest lines are split into by the, at least initially, by the stats that they primarily use. So you know, you have because the initial quest lines are all kind of like basically character grinding stuff. But for the dangerous stat, which is like iron, you know, it's kind of fighting. One of the first places you go is you go monster hunting, and like the kind of finale bit for that bit is you go and hunt. No, I'm getting really confused. No, that's an extra story. Like there's some kind of what you might call, like there's paid content for London that you buy with Fate, which you buy. I bought a bunch of them because, I mean, I'm streaming this game, so obviously I'm a really big Failbetter fan. But one of them is the Blemming affair, and it turns out that we're trying to write poetry. Right, put a Blemming in the shore. The exiles are unlikely to be bothered by one more outcast. A knack for concealment. The Blemmigan disappears into the moist shadows of a nearby wreck. A shadow watches it go. Mushrooms, she said cheerfully. I've missed mushrooms. Just dumper loaded that. Right, let's compile a port report. And then let's buy from Traveller's Friend a load of fuel. Yeah, so you can buy... So, if I had kept my capturing treasure, I could have sold it for 1,000 echoes. And this is really unfortunate. Mile breaker. This frankly sinister device reduces the amount of fuel that an engine uses. It also really frightens the crew. Apparently that's necessary. Is it? Yeah. Are you gonna go away? It's like how every time I took that writer somewhere there was a mysterious murder. Man, that guy was really unlucky. Yeah, I could quite easily kill these things. The main reason I'm not is that it pisses off the Carnate. I mean, it could be that frightening the crew makes... the mile breaker could work by frightening the crew to make them work more efficiently. Or it could be feeding off their fear. Like, in this universe, it's kind of a toss-up. Right then. Okay, so we're back at Nuncio, the island of Postman. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you went for a more mundane option, but usually in Fallen London, like, it's a supernatural cause that causes mundane problems. Like, one of the things I like about it is that you have a whole bunch of, like, Eldritch Abominations who don't, who, like, have actually really similar problems to we do. Explore along the beach. Seed BLEMMIGANS are wrong watch. Perhaps they'll find the environment appealing. The seed propagates alarmingly fast here. Within a few minutes, there are BLEMMIGANS scrambling in between bits of shell and over the face of the scattered correspondence of the shore. They digest stamps, addresses, sealing wax. Where their tentacles pass over an envelope, they leave behind new replacement directions, deliverable directions, but who knows whether new addresses are better than the old blurry ones. So yeah, BLEMMIGANS can write, and I actually really like it, but other people don't like them doing it. They want to be poets. So yeah, I also got some deliverable post. Let's see. Rescue a squishy parcel. A skeptic no further, says a red scrawl across the wrapping. A funny spell, and little wonder. The string of rats may once have been fresh, and to certain taste delectable. It is now rather worse for wear. Giving the parcel contents a hasty burial is the best you can hope to do. Just before you dispose of it though, note the recipient's name and address. A name with some power, worth remembering. I think it's also, so just talking about where this kind of cross between the mundane and the supernatural comes in, I think it's where a lot of the more horrific bit comes in as well. It's where, not necessarily horror, but it's definitely where a lot of the tragedy comes in. Like, a lot of the Sunless Sea universe is basically someone tried to do their best and it went horribly wrong. And by the time they realised it went horribly wrong, they were already doing really, really horrible things to keep it up. So we're coming up to Port Cecil, and for once we're not going to be coming in because, you know, the coral is dead. Wreck of the Emperor Wolfgang. Actually, while I'm here, I might as well get a port. Port Cecil. Gather intelligence. Put a BLEMMIGAN ashore. Are you certain? Why not? The BLEMMIGAN doesn't hesitate. It scurries to a rail and leaps to a coral hillock. The coral trembles, folds, and subsides beneath the water. The BLEMMIGAN is gone. A mashed tendril floats on the surface. The coral just killed it. Oh dear. Poor BLEMMIGAN. This is why I got spares though. Okay, Port Cecil, not a healthy place for BLEMMIGANs. To be honest, I think by the time I get back to London for this bit, it's going to be an hour-long thing. So I'll probably call it there, because I am a bit sleepy. I am trying to get this more regular. So I'll probably be doing it at kind of this time, so 6 Greenwich Mean Time. I'm in the UK. I have no idea. You can tell my accent. My accent is bizarre, and people get confused by it a lot. But I'll be doing it on Saturdays, not Sundays, for various reasons. This week was a bit special just because I was going to a birthday party then, and I've got something happening at 7, so that's why I'm going to be ending it. Right, Gator's Morn. I'm pretty sure I can release a thing here. The Morn is a stalagmite vast as a crag, and its foot has no safe harbours. You basically get dragged up there by crane. Right. Introduce Blemigans to the Morn. So many nooks, so many crannies, so many villains. It seems only appropriate. Off it goes into the teeming, thinking hollows of a stalagmite. Probably it will just end up in a pirate's pot. Probably. I mean, I know there's a chance that I won't get the item that I'm trying to get from this. I can't remember if it's random or if I get choice. But hopefully I'll get it. You can't put one in Frostbound because they just kind of go, it's too cold, and come back on board. And to be fair, Frostbound is silly. Oh! Hello, pirate. I have loose intellect. Your argument is invalid. Okay, not that invalid apparently. Go away. Should I loot it? Yes, I can. Can I loot it? Alright, loot and scuttle her. And I get 3 supplies! God, this really is the supply episode. Like writers just went, I think fuel has been getting too much focus. It's supposed to be a team effort, so right. So I've got something awaiting me in port. One thing, so there's lots to talk about the gaming industry unionizing recently, and I think that's a great idea. I haven't heard any particularly bad horror stories about Failbetter Games, and a part of me is afraid to kind of look. Alright, the rest of the sea, basically this is a way of getting a heart metal long box. Put a Blemmigan ashore, dark and quiet, it should survive. These, the bearded watchman exclaims, these have these long ago. They raised the standing stones, you know, with poetry. The thing is, that's legitimately something that Blemmigans might do. Blemmigans do like doing poetry. Ooh, I can trade a hunting trophy for a soothing copper longbox. Alright, let's compile a report. In a bleak light of a fault star, surface rolling like a porridge pot, up with a war of steam and flash of fire, 3 willows swimming, tentacles, and then we saw His Highness. There's rather a lot more of this material. I like I like the Shepherd Island because you can try and bullshit the Admiralty about it. A retired monster hunter wants something to remember his glory days. In return, he will show you a secret graveyard populated by curious corpses and curious boxes. So this will get me a smooth and copper long box. Didn't mean to press that. Go. He takes your trophy and nods. Wrestled one of these devils once. I'd show you the scar, but decency forbids. He leads you to a low cliff. Leaning over you see a grassy stair cut into a rock. It leads into a dripping cave. Against one wall, coffins are arranged in a careful line. Some la-di-da family, London family bring their dead here. Sail up in a black ship they do. Help yourself to the oldest one. They won't notice. Just nicking a coffin. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Of course, it does mean the family is also having heart metal, so anyway. I'm pretty sure we can drop one off at the Vanderblight. Not the Andersea, Vanderblight. So that will where I'll drop off my last Blemmigan, and then I will probably call it there, I think. So I'll head to Vanderblight and then call it, because it is getting pretty close to 7. Cool. Here we are, Tanachuk. If we sail around it a bit, we get to Vanderblight. Right then. Vanderblight. I don't know. I have long-standing issues with pronunciation. I've had 10 years of speech therapy and I still can't read phonetics, so I have no idea how you say it. Vanderblight. Vanderblight is easier to say. Gather some gossip. Along the coast of the Sunless Sea, remarkably hard to die, the decrepit and nearly dead who leave London become too conless, and settled here in bandaged peace. But they don't give up their ties to home or their politics. You gather a haul of complex clues, close enough to keep your contacts in London interested. Alright, let's put a Blemming ashore. That will liven things up. Yes, it livens things up. A shriek! Your Blemmigan has run up upon this leg. Inside their leg, by the sound of it. Some of them are hollow drums. Well, no doubt they can both take care of themselves. Tiptoe away. Oh dear. Right then, so I'm gonna call it there. So next week we'll go back and try and see what we get as our reward for doing this. But for now, yeah, thanks for watching. And so hopefully next week, 6 PM, what's it called time? Greenwich Mean Time. And also I will give you guys some, I'm going to try and set up events on the Steam page so people can see it more easily. I'm slowly getting the hang of this. I've been doing it for about 3 months and I'm slowly getting the hang of it. But yeah, it's been fun and I will talk to everyone later. See ya.